I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Mankson and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Mankson sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Mankson and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Mankson, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Mankson learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Mankson set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Mankson, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless. Yo, what's good? It's Chan Man House of Barf. feels like it's been a while. Shit, I haven't posted since Labor Day. And honestly, with the content creating, when you stop posting, well, this is what I've kind of experienced. When you stop posting, you kind of get comfortable stop posting. Like, honestly, to tell you the truth, I kind of forgot about posting. I kind of have kind of forgotten to create content, and that's what happened. I was just been busy with a whole lot of stuff, still going through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't changed. Trying to dig deep, and evolve deep in the gut. I mean, some low down shady shit, kind of has been happening. Not to sound like, I haven't done anything either. No, don't get it twisted. I'm still working on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just been, staying focused. I got a lot going on with me having nothing going on. Considering my relationship with my spouse is over, lost my job, and really just been, if anything, just kicking it with fam. Really haven't been doing too much. Kind of just been laying low. And the reason why the content was not being created, one, yes, I kind of forgot. It just slipped my mind. And I know you're like, I'm trying to be a daily poster. And it's like, how did you forget to post? And it's like, one day, I was working on my options trading and got into it. Then the next day, hopped right back into my options trading. And just been focused on that. You know what I'm saying? And creating content kind of got on the back burner. I guess for one thing is also, at least trading the options is bringing in just a little bit of chicken, a little turkey, but nothing major. But if I keep getting better and better, I'm trying to learn myself with the options trades. What am I trying to do? So I guess I kind of got consumed with that. So I really don't, literally was just sitting here and was like, oh, I need to pick up the phone. And it happened to be quiet. So I was like, you know what? Crap. I need to pick up the phone and do some content. Looked at the podcast. I did notice I lost all my listeners. At some point I got up to about 25 listeners. But they all weren't solid. You know what I'm saying? It was like a couple listeners here, a couple listeners there. But I would say I had a solid group of probably 10 people, 10 listeners, that was solid. Haven't posted in, I don't know, a week, and everything just kind of fell apart, which is, it's all good. It's all good. I just got to remember to get back on. Because another thing that's happening is, so when losing my job, of course, everybody expects, trust me, I got people calling me a bum. Oh, you're a bum. Get a job. With losing my job, it's giving me the opportunity to kind of work on my craft. What my craft is, I know people are like, yeah, you're broke. How are you going to be a financial guy and you're broke? Well, there's a whole lot to get into that. To sum it up, marriage. That shit can put a dent in your pocket, and also, as much as I spread this, I'm not the most financially responsible individual at all. It's like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but like Usain Bolt's, coach when he was running in the Olympics. I mean, no offense to the guy, handsome guy, but he wasn't in the best shape, So yeah, look, it's one thing to preach. It's one thing to teach, it's another thing to walk. You know what I'm saying? So, more so, I do have my practices that have gotten me a long ways. I guess even to an extent, my discipline. I'll admit my discipline is not the best. My self-control is not the best. I'm kind of a what do they call those ball hawks? What do they call them? I see ball, I hit ball. I'm kind of that type of player. I see ball, I hit ball. You know, when I want something, I go get it. Not all the time, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, I want something, I go get it. You know, I want to, and a lot of times my self-control is not so much like consuming stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, it's consuming. But like, it's not so much like I want a new couch or I want a new house or something. Not things like that. But if I'm like, you know what? I want to go to Miami this weekend. My car's good to go. Oil change is done. Tires look good. I hop in the car and I go. I don't waste a whole lot of time thinking about it. And those are disciplines I got to get better at. Another discipline that I got to get better at is if I want to spend a certain amount of money, I spend it. Which, if you set it up correctly, see, this is the difference between offering advice. The advice I would offer is whatever money you get, split it in half. You know what I'm saying? Essentially 50, 30, 20. You know, and then take the other half and split that up. So 50% go into your current bills. Just take care of your current bills. Get your current situation together, right? So then the other 50%, split that up. You know, let's say 30, 20. Now take that 30%, you know what I'm saying, and do whatever you want to do. 20% can go towards late bills, savings account, you know, whatever you have going on, you know, but the 30%, or switch it around. Take the 30%, put it towards savings, late bills, investments, whatever you want, and then take 20% and do whatever you want with it. You know, however you want to do it. You know, every situation is different. But regardless, take a certain portion and put it away. Now, let's say you're low maintenance. Let's say you don't need to, you know, you don't have a lot of wants or needs that you know what I'm saying, that you do. So let's just say you're perfectly fine with buying a PS5 and sitting in your house, watching movies, playing Madden, whatever. You're really cool with that. So all you really need is $500, you know what I'm saying, every couple weeks, a month to satisfy. So you satisfy all your wants. That money can simply just rack up and sit, I would say, in a liquid account. Because again, this is for whenever you just want to spend money on complete nonsense. Okay? Whatever miscellaneous expenses you want to spend it on. All right? So now how am I living? Probably over 100%. Whatever I bring in right now, if I want to go spend it, I'm spending it. I'm, you know, in a bad place in my life, want to make myself feel better, you know, doing whatever I want to do. So it's a different practice. Like, for example, another thing is with investments. Right now, I've explained that I'm options trading and day trading, right? When it comes to offering, I guess, advice on this, if I was to offer advice, it would be more so be careful with day trading, be careful with that options trading. I would say, if you want, go ahead and get your options. But I would say get some, I think they're called leaps. Get some long, duration options with like a year or something on them. And just use it as a hedge position, you know. And when I mean hedge position, a lot of people kind of get it confused and be like, are you talking about those big rich funds? No. A hedge it's a position. Essentially, how some people describe it as an insurance. And hopefully you'll never need the insurance. But sometimes we do need the insurance. So the way it kind of works is you have, let's just say, for example, just an example, you have a long underlying position. So let's just pick any company, ABC company. You have a long position. So let's say you have, 100 shares. Let's just say, 100 shares. Then you would want to possibly cover your position just in case anything was to happen. For example, COVID hit, right? COVID hit. I'm sure there's a lot of people in some stocks that they've been holding on to for years, and they don't want to get rid of their long position. Let's say, I don't know, because for some reason, every time I go to a class or something, they never really use real stocks. So I'm like, is it illegal to use real stocks? I guess it's just more so just disclose if, but currently right now, I believe I do not have a position in Shopify. I gotta look at my accounts to make sure. I believe I don't have a position in Shopify. But let's say Shopify. Before COVID, Shopify was popping. So let's say you had a long position in Shopify. And COVID is going on. So businesses aren't popping like that. If I'm correct, Shopify is a company that helps business owners with their businesses. It's kind of like, you want to set up your website and everything. I've never used Shopify before, but, I'll take a look at it. But with businesses being out of business, COVID's going on, businesses are shutting down. Shopify was tanking. So if you were up 50%, now you're down 50%, So you could have a hedge position in there, meaning I'm just covering myself, just in case the market does churn, and start going downwards. So in that case, your long position is losing money daily, constantly, but that long hedge position, long, that when I mean long, I mean, if you get it for like a year or more, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by long, is making money. You know what I'm saying? So you're making money on the way down. So it confuses a lot of people. Like, wait. So the stock market isn't just buy low, sell high. And it's like, no, you can sell high and buy low. I've been talking for about 13 minutes. I'll take a quick pause and we'll just hop back into that. Thank you so much to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick with your mans. I appreciate it. I'm Chan Man. This is House of Barf. Introducing the Listener Support Program, fueling the future and quality of House of Barf. Dear loyal listeners, at the House of Barf, we strive to bring you the most engaging, informative, and entertaining content every day into the world of business, accounting, regulation, and finance. We strive to provide you with expert knowledge, practical tips, and thought-provoking discussions to help you excel in your financial endeavors. We are dedicated to fostering meaningful conversations, sharing valuable insights, and creating a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about business, accounting, regulation, and finance. Producing high-quality content requires dedication, resources, and effort from a talented team of one, me, but in the future, hopefully I'll have a team. That's why we are excited to introduce our Listener Support Program. This initiative allows you, our cherished audience members, to play a pivotal role in shaping the future and the content and assuring House of Barf's sustainability. In the future, becoming a supporter, you will be able to enjoy a range of exclusive benefits. Benefits that I'm hoping to be able to bring eventually: early access to episodes, access to episodes that are not, public, that are not accessible to everyone, possibly even create better content. And then all those mistakes I make, maybe I'll put them in a separate episode. You'll be able to get some behind the scenes stuff, and other exclusive things such as merchandise. Possibly I have a children's book coming out, may be able to offer that. Your support goes directly towards enhancing the quality of our content, expanding our reach, our research, and investing in new resources and technology to bring you even better experiences. Your contribution will help us continue to deliver thought-provoking discussions, captivating stories, and insightful no, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Maybe in the future, may possibly interview someone that will keep you engaged and inspired. Join us in shaping the future of House of Barf by becoming a supporter today. Your generosity empowers us to keep our conversations alive and ensures that we can contribute to provide valuable content to audiences around the United States and hopefully in the future of the world. To support us, simply visit podcasters.spotify.com. Then you can get to House of Barf. Also, it is on Spotify. And support this podcast and become a supporter and choose a membership tier that aligns with your preferences. Every contribution, no matter how small or how big, makes a meaningful impact and is deeply appreciated. Thank you for being an essential part of our journey. With your support, we can reach new heights and create content that truly resonates with you, our incredible listeners. God bless. Happy listening. I'm Chanman. This is House of Barf. Again, if you would like, you can visit podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/Chan-man7. And you can go to support this podcast and become a supporter today. Thank you. You can also reach me at c287gph@gmail.com. Thank you again. You have a wonderful day. God bless. Yo. Thank you so much to everybody who decided to stop back by and kick it with your man Chan. I appreciate it. All right. So, the long and short position. I'll get into it real quick. So, a lot of people know with the stock market, you can buy low, sell high. That's one thing we all know. Now, I got my bev right here. It's a glass of water. Please, if you got a bev, take a sip with me, whatever you're sipping on. And this is kind of when I touch on like financial maturity and whatnot, which is actually getting in there and growing financially, not just, consuming, because we know, again, we're growing in our intimacy. We're growing in our fashion. We're growing in our health and our socialization. Every day is a constant growth. But with financial maturity, a lot of people, in my personal opinion, I could be wrong. I'm not an expert. Actually, I am the expert. I'm working on manifestation. I am the expert. Don't grow what I would consider in financial maturity. Once, again, you hit that point when you're a 9-year-old and you ask your parents, hey, can I get a Pepsi or a cola or a pair of shoes? And they tell you no, and it resonates with you. I don't ever want to be in a position where somebody tells me no like that, and there's nothing I can do. Nothing you can do. So what do? You start going out and you start, shoveling driveways in the winter, cutting grass in the summers. And plug to my book coming out soon, Langston Manson's Coolamade. It's Coolamade, Standard Venture. Please, anybody and everybody, if you please support it. You hit that point where you say, I'm never going to be in a position, or we hit that point where we say we're never going to be in a position where we allow anyone to tell us what we can and cannot do. So what do? We start shoveling driveways, babysitting, whatever it is. So you start making money so that you can now make your own life decisions. But in my personal opinion, it stops there. That's where it stops. And what people do is they keep moving forward with that mentality. And what it is anytime I want to purchase something, I'm just going to put myself in a position to be able to afford it. And we go to work and we consume. And we go to work and we consume. But like at no point do a lot of individuals, I would say some people do eventually reach out to somebody and say, hey, I need to start understanding money. I need to just start understanding it. What is it? You know what I'm saying? How does it work? Because the thing you got to understand is, to an extent, let's just say I want to kill someone, right? I want to murder someone, right? What would be the best outcome if I could get them to kill themselves? I'm sorry to use that example. It's just, this is the one thing I'm thinking about. So let's just say, I want to kill someone. Let's say I've done it before, which I've never killed anyone. I'm just using this as an example. I've done jail time, or someone did jail time for me. I don't want to put anybody in that situation. Another situation comes up. I'm going to try to do another lick. Now, if I can just, let's say, freak the living shit out of this person. Let's just say I can scare the living shit out of this person. And let's just say they off themselves. Shit. Me and my people, we good. And problem solved. So that's what I kind of mean. What the reason why I was using that analogy is more so because, in a sense, if, let's just say, go as far as to say possibly the U.S. government and the banks, if they can put people in a situation where they don't even understand what's going on with the money, they don't even understand inflation, deep depreciation, consumer prices, interest rates, macroeconomics, supply, demand. If they don't understand none of this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I put money in their hands, they're going to do exactly what I want them to do with it. And what do I want people to do with my money? I want them to give it back to me with interest. So I want them to go into debt. So I want you to take my money here. Here's my dollar. Use that dollar. You can use it anywhere, right? This is my dollar. I'm essentially giving you my product. This is my product. And you say, okay, cool. So you give me $1, but you're not going to give me $1 back. You're going to give me $1.05, 10 cents, 25 cents, whatever, on each dollar that I'm giving you. So the more money you see somebody with, the more you can imagine that they're paying interest on those dollars, depending on their financial maturity level, because they may have done various things. I don't know all the ins and outs, you know what I'm saying? Because look, no offense. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these horror stories in like California where there's a murderer living in the building. Goodness, I'm just talking about a lot of murder today. One group of people, no offense, the lower income families go through one door, and then the rich, higher income families go through another door. So they're like, hey, why are all these people dying? And the rich people are like, hey, we're living just fine. We don't understand what's going on. It's like, yo, there's a murderer in your building. It's like, we haven't experienced anything. It's because they're going through the door with the lower income families, and the murderer is living in the lower income part, while the rich people are going in on the other side, and they're not experiencing anything. So me being broke, I'm going through a different door. You know what I'm saying? Rich people, they got other secrets going on. They're like, hey, you know what I'm saying? How about you lend me, $50,000, $100,000, you know what I'm saying? And I'll just pay you back with some interest. Now, with that being a loan, I haven't touched any of my money. I'm happy to give you your money back with interest if your money helps me make money. If I took your $100,000 and I made $200,000 off your $100,000, I don't know, let's just say trading stocks or starting a small business or something. And I give you your $100,000 back, and you're like, hey, give me 20,000 more. You're charging a ridiculous interest rate of 20%. You say, I want 20,000 more. I'm like, you know what, buddy? Take it. All right. I understand this deal can't be 50-50. You put the money up, I use it, I make money. And since I'm good, I haven't done shit yet. I haven't done anything except start the small business or trade or whatever. But my money is good. My money was off somewhere chilling. So there's different ways of handling all this, but for the most part, most individuals, if I'm correct, I could be wrong. I got to do my research. I don't have my laptop or anything. Most individuals are going to do what? They're going to go to work, receive a paycheck. No offense. They're going to look at that paycheck and say, this is how much money I'm earning. I make this much money. And, sometimes I kind of say, you kind of got to change the verbiage. You know what I'm saying? Like even with your credit card, when you get a credit card, it should be showing negative. Or, what I'm saying? Every time you swipe it, instead of it showing like it looks positive, it should be in red saying, all right, you're going down, you're going down, you're going down. Same thing with I make. To an extent, and again, I'm still figuring all this out. It's not really what you make, It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but this role will give you this much money. I know it's like, well, that's how much I make. Not really. The role is just covering all your expenses for your life so that you can just keep doing the job. And yes, people will say, well, look, I want to get a house and a car and a wife or a husband or whatever. I need to make at least 6 figures, right? And when people say that, I'm like, what does that mean? Does that mean like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000? There's a lot of 6 figures in there, So what do you mean? Because again, we're trying to consume. I want to acquire a spouse. I want to acquire a house. I want to acquire a car. So I need to bring this money in. Essentially, when you take your paycheck and you take out a portion of it, let's just say 10%, to fund your savings account, your investment, whatever, that's how much you made. Because that's actually your money. You essentially took a paycheck. Let's just say, for example, going off the deep end. Let's say I was a plantation owner, back in the day. And I was one of those plantation owners that I allowed you to live your life. I wasn't cutting your feet off and, your whatever, cutting your nuts off, whatever. I wasn't a bigot, right? I'm a person that says, hey, you're my, free laborer, but I allow you to live your life. And in order for you to live your life, I'm going to give you, some funds. I'm going to give you some money, a stimulus. I'm going to give you something, a check, whatever. All right. Now, I'm not going to pay this person enough to what their value is, because then I'm exposing myself. I have to exploit this individual. So I say, I'm going to give them just enough to survive. You can buy yourself a nice house. You can get yourself a spouse. You can get yourself a car, a couple children, and live your life. But like, I'm not going to give them enough that now they can be on my level and be my competitor now. However, let's just say this individual, which this is what I'm slipping on as well, took whatever you paid them and just took a small portion out and just put it away. Acorns, you know what I'm saying? Just putting it away. That's how much they're getting paid. So one day, what did they say to me? They say, hey, Chan. I say, what's up? They say, I want to buy my freedom. I say, wait a gosh darn minute here. What the hell? I want to buy my freedom. How the hell are you able to do that? Your freedom costs this much money. And it's like, okay, well, let's work up the deal. It's like, how did they do it? Because they took what they were getting paid and then they paid themselves. If you ever hear somebody say, pay yourself first, that's what it is. You got to pay yourself first out of your paycheck. Whatever it is, take a small portion out of it and put it away. So when you say, how much do you make? You should be able to say something like $20 every 2 weeks. Like then that will really resonate to say, damn, I only make $20 every 2 weeks based off of this salary. I got to go get a higher paying job so that I can pay myself more. Now, what's one way that I can pay myself more? Lower debt, lower expenses. This is where I'm also messing up. My debt is going up. It's up right now. They said, where's your debt at? I said, point to the top of the hill. That lets you know it's all the way up. They said, my debt is going, and my assets are going where? Down, 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 down. I'm living backwards. Now, people keep reminding me that this is only temporary. Okay, you are in a jam, like god awful jam. And what the crazy part is, I don't know if this is some crazy shit. It's not even getting to me. But I was talking to somebody and they were telling me, nah, man, it's getting to you. It just hasn't really, and they kind of got me worked up. I mean, to a point, I was like snotty nose crying. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, yeah, so you just keep yourself busy. You just keep pressing and moving forward. And it's honorable. It's great. Look at this guy. He's going through a rough situation, but look at him. He's carrying, bags of potatoes, and look at him. Just keeps trucking. But at the same time, we're possibly not thinking about what that stuff is doing to our ankles or to our back. We'll just keep pressing. And that's what I'm doing. I keep pressing. I keep moving forward. I'm not looking back, and I keep going. And, people say, yeah, this is only temporary. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? You're in a situation where, losing your partner, losing your job, all this, house, car, everything, like at the same damn time. It's awful, and then at the same time, having people laugh at me, but trust me, I'm not perfect because, I'll be laughing back at them sometimes and making comments that I probably shouldn't make, so I'm not completely victim, but yeah, in a sense of I need to make more money so that I could put more money away for myself. Now that is what they would consider the fuck you money. And it's like, what's fuck you money? So a lot of people consider, here, 1 second. I guess we should just take a break off that. I've been talking for about 15 minutes. I want to say thank you to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with your man Sharon. We're still going to get to the short and the longs. But yeah, I'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. I'm Chairman. This is House of Bar. I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Mankson and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Mankson sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Mankson and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Mankson, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Mankson learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Manson set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Manson, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless. Yo, what's good? It's Chairman House of Barf. What's poppin'? So we were just talking about what's fuck you money. All right. So again, you're receiving, let's say, I'll just use like my example. I was bringing in, when I did have a job, I was bringing in about $6,000 a month. My expenses were about $6,000 a month. No joke. Like for real. I was coming out with $20, every 2 weeks. But I was freaking things to make it work for me. You know what I'm saying? So that I didn't have to survive off of $20 every 2 weeks. And look, no offense, not really a lot of help either. Seriously, like no help. Just spectators. And I'm just going along with it. And there was some other foul shit going on, and I'm not even going to get into it. But let's just say you're making approximately $6,000 a month. Putting away, let's just say, I don't even know how much the math is, $100 every 2 weeks. Now that $100,000, not $100,000, that $100 ends up over the course of, let's say you're doing this for, I don't know, 6 years or something. Now that account gets up to $40K or something like that, right? You have to do the math. I'm not sure. Maybe you put it in something that's collecting interest, or you put it in some stocks or something, and you're making money. And now the account got up to $40,000. Your expenses are, let's just say, lower than $6,000, because I don't want anybody to be in that situation where literally their paychecks are going to bills just to survive. That's stressful as fuck. Because in a situation where I am now, where everything just blew up in my face, I don't have any money to survive. You know what I'm saying? So, and every day at work was even stressful because, they're, telling me they're about to fire me. I'm trying to keep my job. I got other people laughing at me saying you're about to get fired and you're still trying to work your job. Find another job. And I'm like, yeah, that's what most people would do. Just a great idea. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm going to try to get better at my job. I'm going to try to get through this, and I'm going to try to take care of my family. There's no need to run away, because what if we keep running away? What if we never really address, I'm not trying to get all religious, but what if we never really address what God wanted addressed? You sound cool to your friends. Yeah, man, that job was giving me a problem. And you know what I did? I left and I found another job. So your family's like, you go, boy, you go, girl, you do your thing. You get the applause from there, and everybody's like, man, that guy, man, that woman, really responsible. That job was given. You know what they did? They quit and they found another job ASAP. Look at them; they're tremendous, you know. But how do we know that we never really addressed what? I'm not, What if there was something God really wanted us to do? What if God was using us as a vessel for a situation? And we're like, you know what? I'm just going to take control of this situation and handle it. And now the real issue, let's say, for example, there's racism going on at this company. And if for the most part, there's a lot of racism going around in a lot of organizations. We won't talk about it. I'm not going to get into it. But we know there's a lot of racism. Now, let's just say God was using you to exploit all this racism. But instead of you being tough and sticking it through, not you, but we took a different route. We took the route of taking control of our situations. What do they say? Losers let things happen to them. Winners make things happen for them. Something like that. But sometimes it's like, so the organization gets off the hook. You're gone. So real quick, that's one thing about like Robin Hood and Webull. I don't want to get into it because, I want to make sure I'm not slandering anything. But their platform wasn't built for long-term investors. So you got these investors who are, gamifying the stock market, and then they lose money and they leave. You know what I'm saying? But who's going to put in a complaint? Now, eventually people put in complaints, but who's going to put in a complaint? Because what are you going to say? I did it to myself. Whatever. Fuck this stock market. Screw it. It's a scam. And then you hop out of the market, you close your account, and then you roll out. You roll on. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until eventually people got together and was like, you know what? This wasn't right. What was going on wasn't right. They made the platform easy enough to make the stock market seem like a video game. People didn't really realize how much they were paying in taxes. They weren't getting into all this stuff. Long-term capital gains versus short-term capital gains. All this stuff, they weren't getting into all that. The Roth IRA, traditional IRA, possibly a way to defer the capital gains or capital losses, all that. They weren't getting into all that. They're just sitting there trading, trying to make millions of dollars so they can be Tony Stark and get an Iron Man costume, multi-billionaire, dating his secretary or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Lost my train of thought. Crap. But let me try to backtrack real quick. Oh yeah, and essentially, just sometimes it's like, what if there was something that just needed to be exposed, and you were the one that was being the vessel, and you just had to go through it. So I never know what's going on. I just try to stick with what's in my heart, kind of stick what's in my stomach. try to focus on God. What does God want? And I know I don't always listen, to what, God or the Holy Spirit is telling me. You know how many times it's like, next time you see your spouse, just be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice. Then the spouse shows up, or the ex-spouse, you know what I'm saying? New boyfriend, whatever, and blood just starts boiling. You just go crazy. The whole time, God and the thing is, you don't know what God has planned. God is just be nice. Trust me, just be nice. Because it could be something else that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's something going on with them that I don't know about, or a plan for myself. But as long as I keep going down this path, it's going to ruin all the blessings. You just never know what's going on. So trust me, I mess up all the time. When I'm being told stuff and not listening. So, real quick, going back to the fuck you money. So you got the account up to about $40,000, right? Your expenses are approximately, let's just say less than that, $3,000, right? So you possibly have 1 year of expenses saved up in your account. When you can have about 1 year to about 2 years of expenses covered, if you were to lose your job or quit or whatever, that's fuck you money. That's the money, because now you can say, you know what? And I'm not talking about you got it in the IRA, and when you withdraw, you're gonna be paying 10% penalty, early withdrawal penalty, and you're gonna be paying 28% to the feds, and you're gonna be paying 7%. I'm talking about the money is sitting there, it's liquid, it's ready. You can go ahead, withdraw from it, whatever, you're good. You got 24 months of expenses. I more so say fuck you money is 24 months. If you got 24 to 36 months, 1 year flies by so fast. And you don't want a year later, you're like, oh shit, all my fuck you money's gone. And now you got to sit there and start sucking toes and whatnot, whatever you do, kissing ass, brown nosing, to get by. You know what I'm saying? So I say about 24 months is great. Because at least that first year, if nothing pops off, for example, if you want to start a new podcast, or you want to write a book, or you want to get another job, whatever it is, 1 year goes by fairly quick. That should give you some time. And if the year goes by, then you're like, okay, that first year went by, nothing really popped off. I spent, a bunch of the money for expenses, but okay, I'm gonna give myself probably like 6 more months, either to find another job or to promote this book or whatever it is, So again, the way that account is built up is by taking the paycheck, because easily, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to make $150,000 a year. I barely even know what it's like to make hundreds of $100,000 a year. I've even said, when I made $100,000, I was working 2 jobs. I wasn't working one job. So when a buddy tells me, hey, I'm getting paid over $100,000, I'm like, yo, you're blessed. Because you don't have to go to multiple jobs to get that money. You can work your one job. Hopefully, I know it's going out the window, but hopefully it's a 9 to 5, weekends, off. Now it's getting ridiculous. Working 13, 16-hour days is just normal now. I don't know if it's because of age or whatever, but it's just, for me, it was just normal. I would lie to people about when I start my day. And I know it sounds dumb. People would say, what time you start your day? I'd say like 7 a.m. No, that's just the time that I logged into my system to let everybody know I was there. I was starting my day at 3 a.m. in the morning. For real. Just getting started. And I wasn't ending my day till midnight. If I got off early, I got off early around 8 p.m. I probably would hang out with my kids for a little bit. Probably when they got off from probably from like 6 p.m. if I got them in extracurricular activities, So probably from like 6 p.m., I'm hanging out with them, taking them to their extracurriculars. That's all probably over and done around 8 p.m. Then if I don't log back in, then I got off early. But most likely around 8:30 after I get everybody home, showered and everything, then I'm going to log back in, for another couple of hours. That was detrimental to my whole existence, my relationship, everything. It's a lot of tension. I'm not bringing in a lot of money, not getting a lot of help or support. Job is chewing me out. It was really detrimental. And I'm sitting here putting in extra hours after extra hours. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't sexy. It wasn't sexy, not one bit. It was ugly. It looked like a short film about depression. It was bad. So that's again the FU money. And again, that comes from taking what the role pays. Okay, that's what the role pays. They pay 100,000, 133,000, 200,000. Because again, it's really not about how much you make. Trust me, there's people out there who have saved up $600,000 and live right next door to you. Right next door to me, us, whatever. Saved up $600,000. They don't really got much expenses. They're doing great. What happens? Somebody gets sick. Somebody, needs help. They start getting a consumption habit. They want a new Mercedes-Benz every year. And the money starts depleting. And it can happen to millionaires. Again, financial literacy a lot of people equivalent financial literacy with the amount of money that's in your bank account. That's not financial literacy. That's just being able to save a bunch of money or earn a bunch of money. So if you're telling me somebody who's a complete idiot wins the lottery tomorrow, they're financially literate, so that's more so what I mean. And then also you could even make smart decisions with your money and still not be financial literate. You were dumb, but you were smart enough to get some advisors, to get, or to even just save yourself. You're just like, you know what? I'm going to put this shit in a 7-year U.S. Treasury or a 7-year annuity. I'm just going to do that. Because I don't want to fuck this up, So you were smart enough to do that, or get an advisor, hey, I need some help. I got this money. That's smart enough. Still not financially literate, just smart enough. You really still don't understand money, really don't know how it works and everything, but at least you came into a lump sum of money and you froze for a second. Because what's going to happen to a lot of people that come into a lot of money? They're going to pay off their student loans. They're going to take that trip that they've always wanted to take. They're going to start consuming a lot more, which is okay. Which I'm not saying don't do these things. But what I'm saying is you're going to start seeing whatever it is, that money go down, depleting substantially, slowly but surely. Every Sunday, got to have a brunch. All you can drink mimosas every Sunday. We're doing this every Sunday. We meeting up, So yeah, that's just more so, you kind of, because even an extent, multimillionaires may not have that fuck you money, because how does that work? Expenses, debt. Yeah, they bring in millions, but they've acquired so much debt. They could be bringing in $25,000 a month. You say, oh man, if I was making $25,000 a month, I'd be straight. Yeah. But also there's another thing is that society kind of forces us. Why is it that we can't live in a lower income neighborhood? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you get forced to have to get more expensive things. a little bit. I'm not saying that's true. I'm just making this up. But let's just say somebody was making $25,000 and they lived in a lower income neighborhood, and somebody finds out, that person is going to get themselves killed or their house broken into or something. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I don't understand why we can't enjoy our nice things, whatever, But it's pretty much, sometimes you do have to go live in another community to protect you and your family. And not necessarily what you wanted to do. You're like, man, I grew up in this neighborhood. I'm from round the way, but the world revolves, so those people you grew up with may not be there anymore. And there's a whole bunch of new people now, and they chose violence today, so sometimes you get forced. But what happens is you get that, I got a job or I got an inheritance or something that's coming in. It's going to pay me $25K a month. $25K a month. Say, oh shit. And the next year or whatever, they're knocking on a family member's door saying, can I move in with you? And it's like, yeah, sure. But is everything okay? It's like, no, I don't have a dollar to my name. It's like, damn, what happened to that $600,000 you had? Man, you know how I had a red Mercedes, a blue Mercedes, a black Mercedes, a yellow Mercedes? It's like, oh yeah, I did see all that. I thought you were good. It's like, no, the cars are getting repoed. I'm losing the house. It's like, damn, then such and such got sick, and I had to give them, $100K just in medical bills. Then I also pay for such and such college, and I'm out. I'm out. Because think about it. Let's say you're hanging out with a buddy, right, who got racks on racks on racks. And you say to them something like, hey, we could really just, if we wait, because essentially that's what life is. It's kind of like an option. You have your time and then you also have your money. So it's like, hey, this plane ticket, if we buy it now, it's going to cost us $800. But if we just wait, 2 or 3 weeks or whatever, the ticket actually drops down to $236. And what does that person say? Oh, fuck that. No. I want to go right then and then. And they're willing to pay the $800 for the ticket. As a matter of fact, get 2 of them. So they're going to spend $1,600 for tickets. When you just waited a week or two, it would have been $475 or something, So that's essentially what you're playing with when it's coming to money. And then what can you tell your buddy who has racks on racks on racks? You can't tell them shit. La, 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 wait till I get my money right. Oh, I had a dream that I bought my way to heaven. I woke up and spent that on a necklace, But man, things can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get. You can't tell nobody nothing. When you're like, yo, I was trying to tell you, dude, you didn't have to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? You just leave people alone and let them live their best life. And, people come around eventually, especially if you're broker than somebody. Because again, for some reason, intelligence is measured, or at least financial intelligence is measured by the amount of money you have in your bank account. Which, if you're financially literate, you are the shit. You're financially literate and you got racks on racks on racks. Beast. I'm scared for the person who has racks on racks on racks and no financial literacy. I'm literally scared for them. That looks like a coke habit waiting to happen. That looks like a solicitation habit waiting to happen. That looks like a small business that shouldn't have happened. So yeah, I get nervous about that. All right, going to take a quick break. Still got to touch on the short and long positions. We'll get ready to hop on that real quick. I want to thank anybody and everybody who decided to stop by Kick It With Your Mans. I appreciate it. Just know that you're beautiful. If somebody didn't tell you today, you're important, you're handsome, you're intelligent, and you're worth something. If nobody told you that today, let me be the first. All right. So again, thank y'all. I appreciate it. I'm Chan Man. This is House of Barf. Introducing the Listener Support Program, fueling the future and quality of House of Barf. Dear loyal listeners, At the House of Barf, we strive to bring you the most engaging, informative, and entertaining content every day into the world of business, accounting, regulation, and finance. We strive to provide you with expert knowledge, practical tips, and thought-provoking discussions to help you excel in your financial endeavors. We are dedicated to fostering meaningful conversations, sharing valuable insights, and creating a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about business, accounting, regulation, and finance. Producing high-quality content requires dedication, resources, and effort from a talented team of one, me, but in the future, hopefully I'll have a team. That's why we are excited to introduce our listener support program. This initiative allows you, our cherished audience members, to play a pivotal role in shaping the future and the content and assuring House of Bar's sustainability. In the future, becoming a supporter, you'll be able to enjoy a range of exclusive benefits. Benefits that I'm hoping to be able to bring eventually: early access to episodes, access to episodes that are not, public, that are not accessible to everyone, possibly even create better content. And then all those mistakes I make, maybe I'll put them in a separate episode. You'll be able to get some behind the scenes stuff, and other exclusive things such as merchandise. Possibly I have, a children's book coming out. Maybe able to offer that. Your support goes directly towards enhancing the quality of our content, expanding our reach, our research, and investing in new resources and technology to bring you even better experiences. Your contribution will help us continue to deliver thought-provoking discussions, captivating stories, and insightful I didn't mean to say that. Maybe in the future, may possibly interview someone that will keep you engaged and inspired. Join us in shaping the future of House of Barf by becoming a supporter today. Your generosity empowers us to keep our conversations alive and ensures that we can contribute to provide valuable content to audiences around the United States and hopefully in the future of the world. To support us, simply visit podcasters.spotify.com. Then you can get to House of Barf. Also, it is on Spotify. And support this podcast and become a supporter, and choose a membership tier that aligns with your preferences. Every contribution, no matter how small or how big, makes a meaningful impact and is deeply appreciated. Thank you for being an essential part of our journey. With your support, we can reach new heights and create content that truly resonates with you, our incredible listeners. God bless. Happy listening. I'm Chan Man. This is House of Barf. Again, if you would like, you can visit podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/Chan-man7. And you can go to support this podcast and become a supporter today. Thank you. You can also reach me at c287gph@gmail.com. Thank you again. You have a wonderful day. God bless. Yo, what's good? It's Champion House of Barf. How you feeling? I hope good. Scratch that. I meant great. Up in the galaxy, up in the stars, bigger than universe. It's bigger than Mars. I hope y'all doing well, man. So real quick, backtracking and going back to, you're telling me that, because we all know in the market, we can buy low and sell high. That's what everybody knows. Buy low, sell high. I went off on a little bit of a tangent getting into financial literacy and fuck you money and paychecks. How much do you really make? But, okay, market, buy low, sell high. I'm going to go buy some stocks. Right now, I hear Amazon is going through a travesty. The FTC is about to put a lawsuit against them, possibly break the company down. I still got to research that because I don't know exactly what the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, is going to. Let's look that up real quick. Let's see if I can look that up real quick. I don't like doing research on my phone while recording because I don't know how it affects the sound. But because I just need to practice it. I just need to do it in my free time and just see how it happens. FTC antitrust suit against Amazon. Let's see. So, takes action against Amazon for enrolling consumers in Amazon Prime without consent and sabotaging their attempts to cancel. Damn! I hope that's not true, because that's foul shit. How am I going to put you in a subscription? Look, I'm about to sign everybody up to House of Barf to put $5 in my account. It's going to be a subscription, and then I'm going to make it hard for them to cancel. So they're going around, they calling customer service. Customer service is running them around in circles. I don't know if you ever been in that situation as like an employee. Man, that shit is some bullshit. I can tell you a couple companies I was in that situation. Man, it is the toughest situation to be in. It's kind of like, yo, I didn't realize I was in this service and this service. I'm paying all these damn fees. Man, close this contract up. Now, you're a representative. You're like, hello, yes, I do understand. And you get 60 phone calls a day, 30 phone calls a day, and you hear it back to back to back to back to back. Man, this is some bullshit. I went to one of your stores today, and I signed up for something I didn't even know I signed up for. And you're just sitting there like, yeah. So, yeah, that is true, and I am sorry that you went through that experience, and shut the fuck. No, you don't give a shit. You're sitting there in your posh desk in AC, and you just take these phone calls all day. You don't give a shit about me. And it's, well, that's not correct. I do care about you. I do care about you as a person, and I care about you as a customer. We sit here. It's like, so what are you going to do about it? Well, our choices are null and void. So what is your job? What are you doing right now? I'm sitting here talking. So you're just here to consult me, or console me. It's like, you sign the contract, and the contract is good for 2 years. And you get in these situations where, for example, you're in another situation where, hey, so what happened with my case or whatever? Well, can't really discuss it. That is internal, proprietary, whatever information, can't discuss it. So how can I find out what's going on with my case? Well, you can contact, the organization, and they can inform you on what's going on. Did you realize what my complaint was? Is that every time I call them, their customer service line doesn't work. Yes, I did notice that. That is true. So can you help me out and tell me what's going on? No, I can't help you out. This information is internal. It's confidential. There's nothing that I can say about it. But you can reach out to the organization, and they may be able to provide you with some information that's going on with your case. But I just told you they're not picking up the phone. And it's like you're getting these dumb scenarios where you're being looped around and everything. So I know I just went off. But let me get back to the short and long position. So, that's just, I was just thinking about that Amazon thing. I just hope that's not true. That's just so messed up. But, let's say, for example, though, I don't even know how I got on Amazon. What was I talking about? Let me just get back on track. Okay. So buy low, sell high, right? We want to buy this company. We want to buy, we see a company's going down. We see, what else do we see? Apple is having issues with China. China and USA threw Apple in this mix. China's going to ban Apple. So at least you're like, okay, well, it's dropping. Let me try to, catch this falling. Well, that's not really a falling knife. Falling knife that's a concept. If I'm correct, essentially a falling knife is a stock that you're invested in that's dropping, and you keep constantly putting more money behind it. That's essentially trying to catch a falling knife. Essentially what this is, you're taking advantage of bad news. You're like, oh, okay, Amazon's about to go through something. This might be a good time to buy. Okay. So you buy that stock at, let's just say, $100. And when you buy it, what are you trying to do? You're trying to sell it over $100 because then you made a profit. Now there's another concept, which is selling high and buying low. Boom. What the hell is Chan Man talking about? Now this sounds like a scam and some voodoo magic. But it's not. It's a possibility. So how do you sell something high and buy it low? So let's just take anything. Let's say you have somebody, I believe I used this before, I'm not sure, that makes dresses, right? They make dresses. So you have an individual who wants to get a dress, right? You're like, hey, prom is coming up, wedding's coming up. Can I get one of those dresses that, you're so good at selling? You say, sure. They give you $120 for this dress. Now I know what dress costs $120. I know. But I'm just trying to, for math purposes, I'm just trying to keep this simple. So they give you $120 to go get them a dress for their experience. So you say, thanks for the $120. Now, real quick, there's no dress yet, right? They just gave you $120. You said, don't worry about it. So when you go try to find them a dress to wear, how much are you looking to spend to get this dress? Are you looking to spend $125? $130? You say, no. They only gave me how much? $120. So what are you looking to spend? You're looking to spend anything under that $120 because anything under that $120, they told you to keep. They said you can keep it, whatever. If you find a dress for $1, you get to keep $119. So what do? You go out, you find them a nice dress. The dress only costs $100. Now you get to keep that $20. So that's how you can sell stuff high and then go in and try to buy it lower. Okay, so you have a long position, which is a buy low, sell high. And then you have a short position, which is a sell high, buy low. And essentially, now with the underlying instruments, you can't put the same orders at the same times. You have to go a different way. You're probably going to have to sell contracts on your underlying because it's kind of crazy. You can't have 100 shares of Apple long and then 100 shares of Apple short. You can only short the underlying instrument, the stocks, when you have 0 shares. So then you can sell it. If you were to have 100 shares of Apple and then you were to sell 100 shares, you would be selling those shares that you own. But essentially to have both of those positions, a bullish and a bearish, would essentially, in my personal opinion, I don't have all my information on my laptop up and everything, would be considered a hedge position. Saying that essentially, either way this market goes, for the most part, depending on your prices, I should be good to go. Now let's just say you are bullish on the position, meaning that you want it to go up. Bulls push up, bears push down. Okay. So you're bullish on the position, but you're like, you know what? I just want to protect myself. So I want to get a bear position as well. That is the hedge. Now, why do these hedge funds make a lot of money? Because that's what these hedge fund companies, just imagine that. Just imagine you have enough money to be able to cover your positions. Then let's say you have the eligibility, because that's another thing I'm struggling with is with me being broke, I've lost all my eligibility. I essentially, the only thing I can do is a covered call. I can buy the underlying stock, and then I can sell a call and make the premium and try to make the money if the market drops. You know what I'm saying? And it's really all I can do right now because I've lost all my money. I have no eligibility. Now, what happens if my short position is making money when my long position is not? With my eligibility, I can't just sell the underlying instrument and hold on to the short. I have to sell the short position first and then sell the underlying. So it's a lot that goes into eligibility. But let's say you have a lot of money and you're with these huge, hedge fund companies, which I wouldn't mind working for one because I can only imagine how fun it is. Let's imagine you have a lot of eligibility, right? So you can sell, buy contracts, don't own the underlying instrument. Shit is just going crazy. You can sell that contract. You can buy that contract. You can buy that contract, sell that contract. You can put multiple contracts out, on, let's just say, Amazon. You got 10 short calls running. You got 10 short puts running. You just get all these, premiums that you've collected. You're hoping to reach to stay out of the money. You're just all over the place. You're selling that contract. You're buying that contract. You're doing all these things. That's how they bring in all that money, because then there's another thing is, I'm not going to go too far into it. I'm going to sit down and discuss it. Let's say, for example, one of your long calls or something is out of the money. Because remember, with options, I'm not going to get too far into it. I'll try to do like a whole nother podcast, our episode. You have the right compared to the obligation. With short options, you have the obligation. Long options, long call, long put, you have the right. So let's just say, for example, you have a long call, meaning that you're bullish. You want the market to go up. It's out of the money, but it's only out of the money just by $1 per share. You have, let's just say, one contract, which is the right to get 100 shares of the underlying. Now, the stock is trading at $100. Most people are going to have to sell that contract. Not maybe most, but let's say now you're one of these multi-millionaire, billionaire, trillionaires, googillionaires, whatever. You just say, hey, buy 100 shares of the underlying stock. What is that? $10,000, if I'm correct. You know what I'm saying? So they can buy the underlying and just hold on to it, until it goes back up. And then when it goes up, then they can sell the stock. So they have, to an extent, now listen, if you're ever in the industry and you have anyone ever say anything like this is guaranteed, risk-free, if you lose money, I'll cover your losses, anything like that, my suggestion would be run away. Because this person is about to put you in a whirlwind, a situation that you're going to regret that you ever were a part of. Now, initially, see, this is what smart investors do. You're rich people with millions and whatever. See, some people are very intelligent, right? They hear this person and they'll bait them in. They're baiting the representative. Representative says, oh, I got a guaranteed plan. It's going to work. Now, what do most investors know that have millions of dollars? Not saying all of them are financially literate, but a lot of them know to get that millions of dollars, it did not come easy. They know the ins and outs of how to get $1 million. So they know there is no shortcuts. There is no, unless you put your name as the power of attorney on some old lady's will or something or whatever it is, and you just stole $1 million from this person, which that shit wasn't easy either. You had to sit there and talk to the lady for hours every day. It's like, I'm kidding. Or the man, or whatever, but other than that, if you worked for it, you earned it, there's no guaranteed anything, it's risk. all this, but they'll bait in the representative. Oh, okay, this is guaranteed. Okay, what this investor is thinking is, okay, I just need to make sure that this is liquid. Okay, because then what they're going to do is they're going to say, sure, sure, nod their head. Yeah, this sounds great. The representative is just talking their ass out. It's guaranteed. We're going to use an iron condor. We're going to use a collar, ratio pattern, calendar pattern, horizontal, vertical, down, up, stocks, bonds, fixed, annuity, blah, 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 blah. This person's sitting there nodding their head. Yep, 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 yep. And they're going to invest with their representative for 6 months, maybe, if that, maybe even a year. The main thing they're concerned about is they want it liquid so that when they call and say, hey, I want my money back, that this representative is not like, can't do that. Now they're really stuck. But what they're going to do is they're going to invest with that representative, and they're just going to say, yeah, I'm just going to let this representative make me some more money. Because eventually they know it's going to fall apart. Because there's no such thing as guaranteed, risk-free. They're just going to like, yeah. You know how it is. Let's say, somebody starts a car wash business. The first time you go to that car wash business, what happens? Car is spectacular. Thing looks wet. It looks like it's wet. You know what I'm saying? Then you start going back more and more and more. What's happening? There's a ding on the hood now. There's a scratch on the driver's side door. Was that blunt ashes? Come on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, or woman, the first time I came here so these investors, they know this already, that this representative is going to do great for the first few months. They're going to do great because what do they got to do? They got to bait you in as an investor to keep the money in the company. They want to make sure, and hey, and if they call and ask for their money, tell them no, because because all that money is going into the organization, and there's, this company is now worth $100 million, and people want to keep that shit up, keep that up. And who knows, that gives them more money to go do what they got to do with it. You know what I'm saying? That money's not just sitting there, you're trading on it. They're trading on it. Everybody's trading on it, and millions and millions and billions of dollars just keeps growing. So they're going to invest with this representative for a little while. And then they're going to say, you know what, Luke, you know what, Taylor, whatever, I'm going to go ahead. Thank you so much for everything you've done. I'm going to pull my money out. And they're like, what's the big fucking deal, bro? What's the deal? Or what's going on, honey? What's wrong? Why are you pulling your money out? We did 24% last year. It's because they already know. It's like, yeah, but look, what did I hear somebody say? The biggest return that you can give me on my money is my money. That's what I want back. Thank you so much for everything you did. Because they know there's no way that money can be made like this. It's not that there's no way, but it's not sustainable. Now they're going to take their money. Great. You remember that year we made, 30% or 100%, whatever it is? Oh, that would, Luke, Taylor, Sean, John, whatever. Fantastic. That was awesome. Then they're going to go with a more prudent representative. Someone who's like, yeah, we're going to put you in some U.S. Treasuries. We're going to put you in some stocks. We're also going to have some options to hedge those stocks. And, your account, I could probably get you like 10% a year or something. And they're more satisfied. They're going to stick with that person probably for 5, 10 years until, they made a good amount of money. And they're like, you know what? I do want a little bit higher return on my investment, just temporarily. And then they call Taylor back. They call him back. Hey, you still doing your thing with all that, riff-raff and hogwash with your trading? Yep, still here doing it, making $18,000 a month. You're like, wow, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to send you a little chicken so that you can go ahead and do your thing, so that you can get a little bit higher return on your investment, So people go down that route. But yeah, essentially, that's another way that, so when I say it, I don't want to say it like this, but it gets to a point where, how do I say it? Let's just say mitigating losses. Okay. You get to a point where you're mitigating the losses tremendously. And if you get to a certain point, you're starting to get to a point where you're doing what? Now you're starting to make a positive return on each one of your trades. So, maybe starting out, you had a threshold or something of -3, +3, right? So now getting better with the trades, your representative is getting better with the trades, making more sound decisions. Now you're getting to a point where you're -1%, +4%. You know what I'm saying? And you're willing to take that -1% loss today, because tomorrow you may bring in +4%. And you're doing this constantly over and over and over, and you're doing pretty well for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it gets to a point of, with these, where these hedge funds are making multi-millions of dollars. That's how they do so well. Because it's so easy to say, oh shit, that long put didn't reach, strike price. It's not below strike price. Or, yeah. Let me think. Yeah, you want it to go below strike price, right? So that you can exercise the contract at a higher strike price, and then you'll be, but you'll be in the money, or you'll be making money. So, for example, let's say strike price was 35, and the stock reached 30. You're going to be able to exercise that contract at 35, selling it, the underlying instrument, at 35, and then you can buy it back at $30 per share, and you'll make yourself $5 per share. But let's say it didn't reach strike price, your long put. Let's say it was at 36, and you're like, you know what? I want to go ahead and just exercise it, But now you got to get 100 shares at, $35. Let's say it's at $36, right? You're like, it's going down. It didn't reach it. It's cool. Let me just go ahead and exercise it, and I'm just going to hold on to it a bit longer. So you purchase, 35 times 100, it's $3,500. Essentially, you get to a point when you can really mitigate these losses. And to a certain point, you say, you're still going to take losses, okay? You say, you know what? I lost, 4, 5, 20% on that trade. That was stupid of me. I should have got rid of it. It happened to me. It happens to me. You got a bearish position, and immediately makes you a couple dollars, makes you $60. You're like, okay, I'm just going to keep it. Or you get busy at work or something. You didn't put your order types in. Or you're just getting a funky headspace, and next thing you know, you're down $120. You were just up 60, now you're down 120. So instead of you making 3-4%, now you're down 24% or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So it happens, but it gets to a point where you're now really mitigating those losses tremendously. And that's a point that I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to a point when, if I need to, I can exercise my contract, or if I'm obligated, and it's really not tearing me apart. It's tearing me apart when I'm with you. 'Cause when we are apart, I'm feeling blue. And no matter what I do, I feel the same. Without you, it's tearing me apart when but regardless, so that's essentially where you get to this point where you're really, really staying away from losses. It's tremendous. And I'm going to go one step further real quick. This is also some crazy shit. Margin. Margin is essentially when you get to borrow money from your broker dealer. I'm not going to go too far into it. So, if I'm correct, margin is approximately 50%. So let's say you drop $10,000 into an account, right? And I'm not going to get into all the accounts, but let's just say it's an individual account, cash account on margin. Boom. You drop $10,000 in it. All that stuff depends on taxes and everything, but I'm not going to get too far into that right now. You drop $10,000. On margin, if you're eligible, if you get approved for margin, guess how much they're going to give you? Approximately 50%. Now, let's say you drop $10,000, you got $5,000 in margin. Your maintenance is approximately, I'm going to say like 75%. So they really want you to keep about $7,500 in this account. And you also have equity in your debt to credit ratio. So you want to pay attention to all of this because the organization is not going to let you just go crazy on credit. So you got the margin. You got $5,000 on margin. You drop $10,000. The broker dealer gave you $5,000 in margin. You can go sell a contract on that margin and bring in a premium. This shit gets crazy. It's almost insane what you can do when you're educated. No offense. Not you. When we're educated. It's just, oh my gosh, I'm so pissed off at myself over all these years. You know how many times I was trying to trade, buy low, sell high, try to take the profits where I can, and need to pay some bills, withdrawing the money. Now, I'm not saying that this is smart or that anybody should do this, but let's just say real quick, you got to pay a bill, right? I'm just a bill, an ordinary bill. Let's just say you got to pay a bill real quick. You can go sell a contract, and that premium that you collected turns into assets on credit in your account, and you can withdraw that money. Now, listen, I'm not recommending this. I'm not a financial advisor. Please, all this stuff is just for educational purposes, blah, 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 blah. I'm not sure if that's legally correct. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, not a financial advisor, nothing like that. Now, the thing is, so what is it with long position, short position, blah, 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 selling, buying, all this? Let's just go back to the dress example. Let's say you have the underlying asset. You bought the dress, right? And you bought it for $100. And now you're going around doing what? Trying to sell it for $99 or $101. I don't mean to sound like I'm trying to teach, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But this is for educational purposes. It's just really just a party and bullshit. We trying to party and bullshit and party and bull. So, let's say, for example, you got the dress. The dress is in your hand. If anything was to happen, what is your maximum loss? The dress. And what you spent on the dress. So let's say the dress costs $100. Your maximum loss is the dress. Let's say nobody bought it. It's just sitting in your closet. And every time somebody comes over your house, they have to hear about this damn dress. You know about this dress, man? This is a good dress, man. This Tom Ford, man. This is Kelly Price. Or not Kelly Price. This Kate Spade, man, this good dress. Got this dress for $100. You want to buy it? You're like, man, I want to get that damn dress. Fuck it. Just sits in your closet all damn day. Your maximum loss is the dress, the money you spend on the dress. Now, on the other end, on a sell, your maximum loss could potentially be, as people say, infinity. Because, let me see how I can describe it. You could potentially risk more money than you put into it, or that you received. So your maximum gain is the premium that you received. So if someone gave you $120 and you find a dress for free, your maximum gain is the $120. Your maximum loss is infinite. So let's say, for example, somebody gave you $120 to go get a dress, and they're like, I need this dress, right away. I need it now. You know what I'm saying? And you go to the store and you found a dress and it's $150. You're like, yo, the dress is $150. Yesterday, it was $120. And what do they say? Yesterday's price ain't today's price. You say, okay, give me a second. I'll be back tomorrow to check on the dress and see what price it's going to be. So you come back tomorrow. The dress is $175. See, yesterday you would have just lost 30. Now you're down 55. You're like, okay, I'm going to come back tomorrow. You come back tomorrow, the dress is now $1,000. It's May. Everybody's buying dresses. The dress is $1,000 now. And you got this person on the other line. Where's my dress? I gave you $120 for the dress. Where's my dress? And they're like, yo, no, I don't want my money back. I want my dress. You're like, shit. So now, and yes, of course you can shop around and whatnot in reality, but in the example, you got to buy this dress. So now the dress is $1,000 and you're sitting around saying, shit, I got to buy this dress. And and this person only gave me 120. I'm short. I'm gonna be out $900 some odd dollars. This is terrible. So that's essentially an extent where on the short side, you can essentially lose more than you put in. And not to mention, this is off topic now. You did this on margin. Where, see, margin is, again, it's money that you can borrow from the broker dealer. It's just credit. When you use this money, there's interest on it. So, how are these broker dealers making so much money when they have commission-free trading? Well, margin. People go around trading on margin. There's individuals out there that haven't traded $1 of their own money in years. They put 10 grand in the account, they get $5,000 worth of margin, and they just trade on that $5,000 worth of margin. So every month, let's just say it's 10%, the interest rate for trading on margin. Now, you can have margin in your account and never use it. That's why I'm so mad at my eligibility, because I was doing shit like that. I had margin, I had eligibility to do all types of things, and I wasn't using it. I was just using my own money, and I was just trading, buying low, selling high, just basic trading. And now I'm fucking broke, and I lost all my eligibility. I'm like, baby, you know me, baby. Come on, baby. Let me just get my eligibility. Sorry, Chan, but you're broke. You lost your spouse. You lost your job. I'm like, yo, you acting like y'all know me no more. I've been with y'all for 10 years. They're like, yeah, we know Mr. Hayes or Mr. Chan, whatever. And sorry about that, buddy. Get your life together. Get a job. I'm like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all pieces of shit. So now I'm stuck in a situation where I can't trade how I want to trade, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, but also for someone like me, it's bad because now I got to get my money up, which is like, that sounds like a good problem to have, but it's tough because at the same time, I'm trying to pay all these bills by myself. I don't have any support right now. And it's not a sad story. Just saying that, it just sucks. So anytime I bring in money, what happens? I'm withdrawing it to pay bills, so it's a really shit position. I called the girl, my woman last night. She told me it was over. Dumb decision. So I don't want to feel so I stick to sipping. I can't remember how it goes. But yeah. So yeah, that's why you want to be careful with, let's just say, for example, selling a contract and then withdrawing the money, because you could be obligated to buy this contract, or obligated to buy the underlying instrument. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in a position like that because that gets nasty. So again, this is not financial advice, recommendations, nothing. This is strictly for, why do they do that when they got to give the disclosures? Like, it's like, damn, what did they just say? Read the fine print. It's fine. I can't read it. It's finite. It's literally so small I can't read this shit. And trust me, the companies know what they're doing. Truly, if a company really wanted people to get the details, they would put the font in a size that people can read. But they know that people aren't going to read that shit, so they put it super small, and they speak super fast. But yeah, this is not financial advice. This is just for educational purposes. And anybody in the disclaimer. But yeah, seriously, got to be very careful. Now, I'm a risk taker. It's just in my blood. I've always been a risk taker. It's just who I am. So my risk tolerance is a lot higher than a lot of people's. A lot of people are, like I said earlier, the best return on my money is my money. A lot of people don't really want to get into none. So, I'm trying to get to a point where I'm just like trading like crazy, like boom, 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 income, bringing in income, paying bills, being able to get the fucking Wi-Fi back on, being able to buy some freaking shit. But it's all good. So, all right, touched on that. I want to thank anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with your man's Chan. I appreciate it. I got to figure out how this content's going to work now, because when the market hours are on, man, that's what I'm focused on. I'm trying to work on my trading. I'm trying to get better. This is another thing real quick about trading when you're doing all this crazy shit. You have to calculate what actually happened during your day. So your account could show a negative 1% loss, but all you did was take gains all day. So the underlying instrument could have dropped. You know what I'm saying? And you maybe sold some calls, and your calls you bought back at a lower price and you made money. So, I kind of got to go through everything and be like, okay, what trades did I do today? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, boom, boom, boom. So actually, I brought in this much chicken today. Let's go get some drinks. I know I'm doing some real irresponsible shit. Really, I am. Some dumbass, immature, not financially responsible, just living my best life, irresponsible bullshit. And to an extent, I even disappoint myself sometimes. Like, how could you be this stupid? You're supposed to be, into finances and understand finances. And even shit that I've done in relationships, I've done some of the dumbest shit that you could ever think of. Seriously, if I got one thing right now that I did that people would be like, dog, you are stupid. How could you have done that? One reason why I'm like super broke right now. I trusted someone with money, and yes, of course, what do you think they did? Ran off with it. Dead ass. You know what I'm saying? So now I love this person. So now I got to go through a whole debacle where I got to say to myself, do I really want to put this person in a civil lawsuit? This is some of the shit that I shouldn't be talking about because it's like legal shit that's like going on. Or do I want to just say, you know what? That's on them. God got me. I know God's looking out for all of us, but I know God's looking out for me. There's no possible way that I should be 36 years old right now. Or there's no possible way that I shouldn't be in a cage. And I'm not even saying I'm a dumb suburban boy, 100%, but done some dumb shit in the past. And that could have really landed me in one of those two places, in the dirt or in a cell, and I'm trying to stay away from any of that dumb shit. I know for a fact that God is looking out for me. I know God has so much love for me. And not saying just me alone. That's what I'm saying. I could just get to a point where I just say, you know what? You got me. I'm moving forward. I'm working on this podcast, this conversation I'm having with my listeners. I got other stuff going on. I have people, possibly. Real quick. I had a job interview the other day. It was a meet and greet. It was online, so I didn't go to any building. Talking, interview is going great, or the meet and greet is going great, right? I'm not even talking, right? That's how great it's going. I'm just nodding my head, yes, yep, I understand. It was a young lady. She's just talking. She's conducting her own interview. She's telling me, oh yeah, this company is great, and oh, blah, 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 this and blah, blah, that. And you seem like a great candidate and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yep, And, we're not going to be able to pay you much initially, but it's very possible the position could become permanent and that you can get, increase in your wages. I'm just saying, She's like, yeah, this interview is going fucking great. And I'm like, yes, it is. And then she handed me an Excel assessment. Oh, man, I bombed that shit. When I mean bombed, I mean I didn't do well at all. I got to get my Excel skills up. I was struggling tremendously. And I don't think I'm going to get that job. And I was so pissed off because if I could just get some income coming in, I could do a few things that are on my table right now. People got me by the balls. I mean, seriously. They got my balls in a vice grip. And people know it. They're like, oh, we got him now. People been wanting to get me in a bad position. People hate Chan. I'm being serious. Like, there's legit people who hate Chan. Like, seriously. I got not a lot of people around me, but trust me. So they love when they see me in these positions. But honestly, one thing people don't really understand is this shit doesn't really get to me because I've always knew that there was trials and tribulations in life. So I'm kind of a person when this shit is going on. It's like, well, one thing that I did take from 50 Cent, I take a lot of things from 50 Cent, but one thing I did take, in one of his songs, I believe he said, death must be easy because life is hard. Now, I say get rich and die trying all the time. And people say, oh, 50 Cent. I'm like, no, I'm saying that shit. There's another verse about Jay-Z that I've been saying. When the family feuds, nobody wins but the lawyers. I'm like, man, people been saying this shit. But one thing from 50 Cent that I did take was death must be easy because life is hard. So, and also trials and tribulations in life. I knew that from growing up in the church, but also I was watching a Martin Lawrence special called Run Tell That. And I think he was talking about running around in a garbage bag and he fainted. So when people want to lose weight, they run around these garbage bags. But I guess he went out on the hottest day of the year. It's not funny. And then he fainted. But Dave Chappelle talked about shit like that later. He said, man, don't believe all that shit. People go crazy because Hollywood and whatnot. But Martin Lawrence talked about, we all go through trials and tribulations in our life. And really this shit, so when I'm going through this shit, I just go through it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think about it. So, there's spectators. Seriously, I've had spectators watching me for years. And it really hurts because one of my most recent spectators wasn't just spectating. They were sabotaging me behind my back. So they were watching me, not supporting my life at all, just watching me. And I'm thinking that's what they're doing. A lot of times with me, if you could just stay away, I'm good with that. You don't need to help me, just don't harm me. Just stay out of my way. Well, this individual wasn't just spectating. At the same damn time, they were sabotaging me. They were plotting something behind my back, and really put me in a position. So, but yeah, a lot of times, going through all this, it's just like, it's just life. But again, as I discussed earlier, talking to a buddy of mine's, was just like, essentially, they sat me down, was like, look, just need to talk. You know what I'm saying? I know you're going through a lot of shit. This can't feel good. And in my head, I'm just like, yo, this is normal shit people go through, right? You get married, you get divorced, you lose your house, you lose your car, but you bounce back. Rubber band man, wild as a Taliban, 9 in my right hand or in my left and something in my right hand, whatever. So I'm trying to coast, but when I was talking to my buddy, they started saying, look, this is what's going on. Have you even thought about suicide or whatever and whatnot? And as they're talking about everything that's going on, because they sat me down. See, a lot of times I just keep going. I just keep punching through this brick wall. I'm getting through this shit, right? Ain't nothing gonna, can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. So, but yeah, when they sat me down, it actually made me reflect. I actually had to reflect on everything I was going through. And when they made me reflect, I started bawling. I mean, crying. Like I said, snotty nose, ugly face. It got to a point where it was hard for me to stop crying. It got hard. They're like, okay. Like, get yourself together. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, I'm just starting to now think about everything I'm going through and how did I get here? But there's a lot of people in my life who love, because they've been watching me for so long, and they're like, oh, he always walks around like he's the shit. He thinks he's so cool and he thinks everything. So they're just watching me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think any of that. I think I'm a normal Joe Schmo. My shit doesn't smell like roses. I put one pant leg on at a time. I'm just a normal Joe Schmo, right? But there's people who would sit there, oh, he thinks he's so cocky and arrogant. I'm happy he's getting divorced. I'm happy he's losing his house. You know what I'm saying? Spectators, so to see me in this position is making them really happy. It's like, finally, he's getting broken down. Finally, he's getting humbled. And I'm like, in my head, I'm kind of like, yo, I'm already humble. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't think of myself as nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I tell you, man, I got so many people who hate me. I got people who are so happy my marriage is getting destroyed. Got so many people happy that I don't get to spend time with my children as much as I used to. Oh man, trust me. That's why I say, let me take my time with this shit popping off, because I got dumpster fires that need to be put out. Trust me. As soon as some shit of mine gets popping, I'm telling y'all, I'm going to be in the fucking headlines. From people who are like, oh, he wanted to do this, write a children's book or start a podcast, and this is the worst book in the world, and I'm going to sue his ass for slander, defamation of character. Oh, and he did this to me back in the day. He's a loser, creep, whatever. And I'm going to be like, oh shit, here it comes. So on the other note, I'm trying to also stay low key. I'm trying to, move, in a room full of vultures. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's one reason, seriously, why I got to really work on my patience and being kind and just keeping my head straight. When situations get so tired, so hard, and I just want to do, some things. I try to say, okay, stay calm. You got a lot of things going on right now. You got a lot of people who are going to try to sabotage you. And just, and sabotage comes in many different forms and fashions. So one is the spectator who is doing some shicey shit behind your back, plotting against you, because they see all your moves. They see how you're moving, and they're plotting against you. Then you also got the people who are like, oh yeah, we support you. We support you and blah, blah, blah. And, they act like they're your best friend. But really, every time you got something you want to focus on, let's just say you want to focus on your basketball or your creative writing or that algorithm that you're working on or whatever, they'll always find something to distract you with. Like, oh man, come on. Are you starting to get that degree? Oh man, come on, just watch this television show with us. Now, they make it seem like they're your best friend or that it's just innocent. Come on, man, just have a beer with us. You know what I'm saying? They're making it seem like it's just innocent. But a little bit in their subconscious, they're happy to see you not focusing on your goal. Because if you focus on your goal, what could happen? You could become successful. And if you become successful, what can happen? You can start hanging out with new groups of people who are like-minded as you, who are into the same college degree or the same writing literacy or whatever that you're into. And, you slowly but surely start noticing, oh shit, oh, you've been hanging out with that Ron guy a lot lately. Oh, you've been hanging out with that Cheryl lady a lot lately. Oh yeah, we just we just like to talk about stocks and bonds, or we just like to talk about law, or whatever it is that y'all, have that common ground on, and they'll start feeling like you're leaving them behind because y'all don't have that same interest anymore. Oh, excuse me. All right, so I want to say thank you so much to anybody and everybody who decides to stop by and kick it with your mans. I appreciate it. I'm Chairman. This is House of Barf. But I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Manxton's Coolamade Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Manxton's Coolamade Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Manxton's Coolamade Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Manxton and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Manxton sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Manxton and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Manxton, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Manxton learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Manxton set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Manxton's Coolamade Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Manxton's Coolamade Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Manxton, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Manxton's Coolamade Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Manxton's Coolamade Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Manxton's Coolamade Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless.